Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So today we're looking at the MapleStory Universe marketplace. So MapleStory Universe is this big ecosystem that Nexon is launching. The first game, MapleStory N, the PC game, has gone live last week. Quite a lot of people playing, it looks like, and we're starting to see on-chain activity. And part of that is people getting these NFT items in the game, and obviously there's a marketplace in which you can sell them. First look at this. So I've not really, I've not got any tokens or anything like that. I've started playing the game, but very, very early on. I haven't obviously got time to grind through and you have to get to level 60 in order to mint your character. That's one of the first on-chain activities you sort of do in the game, a big one at least. So you can see here my character is sort of grayed out, dotted out. So my character's like, I don't know, level, I can't even know, level 5, I think, maybe 5 or 6. So anyway, plenty of playtime to do, and then I can mint that out. We'll do a video about that, obviously. But I don't have any items. I do have an inventory. So go to inventory. Probably like lots of you, I did mint out the NFTs on OpenSea before the game went live. They can't be traded, so it's sort of pointless. I have an OpenSea chair and a headband. So I guess they're sort of soulbound soulbound NFTs, which means you can't trade them. 1.7 million of these were minted, so basically everyone was minting them out. Not really. Maybe some people are not understanding what's going on. I've not got any token. This is the in-game token. Neos. NESO. Have you pronounced that? NESO. And then there's obviously the on-chain token, which is NXPC. Not got any of that either, so it's all running on the Avalanche blockchain, yeah, so it's sort of early days from here we go, soulbound token here. Okay, so if you look at the marketplace though, for people who are sort of grinding this stuff out, and it's getting about 40,000 daily active unique wallets on its own blockchain. It's running its own L1 based on Avalanche, so that's pretty good for a blockchain game, really. And people of those are minting these things and obviously minting their characters and doing this item stuff. So we can see here, total listings is at 1.7 million already. Total active wallets, 353,000. So I don't know whether that's just people who've logged in. I don't know quite what active wallets means in terms of the marketplace. That would seem quite high in terms of people just being in the marketplace and buying and selling, but could be the case, clearly. Total sales 1.3 million. Total trading volume, this is in this NESO token. So obviously what everyone's interested in is record-breaking sales. Not saying what time frame this is over, but probably this is since the game's only been live a week. We have this a level 203 character, sold for $5,800. This battle cleaver, an axe I suppose, 5,500, and this level 202 character for 4,600. So it's always with sort of blockchain, people might be buying things maybe not that well priced. People might be buying things for in the early days, these characters, a level 203 character, maybe that's the highest level in the game at the moment, I don't know, but over time more of the the value of these will go down because more people will obviously level up their characters. So there's that. Recent sales, we can see obviously these are going to be much smaller numbers. It's sort of slightly weird that they're using this NESO token. So this is 313 million. So this is can't do the calculation at the moment, but this is one of the NESO tokens is very small, not even 1 cent. So it's quite hard to work out what these are going for. Obviously, the whole point of this sort of situation is most of these things are worth very, very little amounts of real money. So these are. If I click on it, I wonder if it will. Let's have a look. See if it will tell me the price. So here we go. So this is 24 cents for a snowman mask. Obviously, just a sort of cosmetic. We can see difference in sort of the trade history. I don't know if it's this exact. This would be the trade history of this item, not this exact item, but that class of items. So first ones are expensive, and then obviously over time it's going to sort of settle down. We can see the circulating supply, or we can see the maximum supply as well. So we can see people are creating these or getting these in the game, but there's a maximum supply. So until sort of the price, it won't be well priced until the maximum supply is minted out. While there's not very many of them, people are obviously going to sell them for a premium. So that's the sort of thing you have to be sort of careful about. What have we got here? So this is I don't know what this is. Some sort of coupon. So showing my ignorance of the game, what these things actually do in the game. So characters, this is going to be the most expensive things because these are sort of things in short supply. Obviously you're going to have to be at least level 60 to mint a character, so they're all going to be over level 60. So the cheapest one here, if I want to buy a character, is going to give me, I'll have to click on it and get it in dollars. So $2.4 is the cheapest character you can buy at the moment. That looks like a floor price. If you want something specific, this is a bowman. If you want sort of different things, then obviously you pay different prices. Did we get a? No, it's not showing. So it's showing what this character is equipped with, which obviously is important. It's going to say it's not because these are individual NFTs. I suppose it's not showing you the pricing for a level 65 character, which would be interesting to see. We could obviously go high to low. So this is what someone's listing something. So this is not what it's sold for. So someone obviously stupid is listing a not very powerful character for tons and tons of money. This one actually looks like this is level 210 listing for $2,000. That doesn't seem too bad actually from what we were looking at before. Whether this is a actual Night Lord is a character people want, but we can see here looking at what's equipped, quite a lot of these things are now filled up, and if you're into the game you probably know what all these mean. I don't know that. This is the decoration stuff, so you can see that's the I guess how the character is being shown. It looks like those things are sort of there. Is there a pet? Yeah, all the pets are all filled. So a full, pretty. I'm not saying that's a good deal, but it looks like a reasonably priced sort of deal there. So that's what's going on, and obviously, people are playing the game, and most people are not going to be dealing with these high-level items. But obviously, when you're playing a blockchain game, every item has some sort of value. May not be a lot, may just be sort of a few cents, and you may not be able to sell them because obviously at the lower level there's just tons of low-level characters, and who wants to buy a low-level character? But over time we will see how this market pans out. This is interesting. Top traders. So this account has done $17,000 worth of trading. It looks like this is interesting. So these are the characters in the game that they've minted out, but a whole bunch of these don't have characters. So like me, so they're just trading. You don't need to play the game in order to get involved in the marketplace. So these people are doing, it's done $12,000. This one's done $17,000 of trading, of item trading. We don't know if that's profitable or not. They may have lost money on it, but they're not. They haven't minted a character in the game. We don't know. They're not playing the game. But one of the sort of things in this situation is people can't be bothered or don't have time, like me, to play the game, but may want to see if they can make money, particularly in these early stages, on trading characters. So that's pretty interesting to see. 30 days, probably not. Is it going to be any difference over 30 days? Maybe it did launch. I think when it did launch, it's the same people, isn't it? Yeah. So definitely worth keeping an eye on what's going on the marketplace. These are interesting numbers, obviously going up over time, and we'll start to see, I guess, some interesting trends when we can look at how many on-chain wallets there are and how many people are looking at the marketplace, that sort of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon.